Hello,
Hello,
I'm Martin.
me too.
Hi, Martin. We are the OK Squirrels. Welcome to our weekly roundup of
I don't,
things that we have done.
I don't like that you've. I don't like you sequelizing. We are the OK Squirrels,
But that's what we are. We are
but no,
apparently
it's
squirrels.
it's like you don't say in a band. You don't say we are the
Why
Radioheads.
wouldn't you?
We are the individual Radioheads. We are Radiohead. We are OK Squirrel. We are not the OK Squirrels. It's weird. It's like two squirrels that are they're okay. They're all right. I don't know. It just sounds weird. It sounds weird.
All right, maybe we'll reassess the intro next time,
Yeah, you better, or I'm out.
and then I'll be just a lonely
Just yeah.
squirrel.
Then you can say I am OK Squirrel.
I am the lonely squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how have we been? What you done?
So much and so little.
See, yeah, I'd agree with that actually. Fairly busy, but also nothing
Haven't done it.
at
Yeah.
times.
I've done some Christmas shopping.
Did you get me something?
No.
Fair enough.
No. Yeah.
That's not very fun for you or me.
No. But I did get some other stuff. No, we don't need to talk about that. It's
What,
bloody boring talking about the presents we got people. But you know what I did do?
what do you do?
I saw Star Wars
The new
story.
thing.
No, Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Okay.
And it was good.
Is it as good as others have been making out?
No.
Like as good as Force Awakens? Oh no! What? No, what was it? Sorry, as good as
Well,
Empire Strikes Back.
yeah, everyone's saying it blows Force Awakens out of the water, which I don't agree with. It is true that it's a different push in the kind of thematic and tonal direction for Star Wars. It is from the opening. It doesn't have a crawl, the old Star Wars crawl. It doesn't have that.
Okay.
It's got
What's it do?
it's
It just
it just goes
runs.
into it.
Okay.
Yeah, it basically runs headfirst into it. As in, it doesn't have. You know what I mean about the yellow writing that crawls up the screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought you were getting confused.
I was just making a silly joke.
Yeah, I know. I should just yeah. Uh, uh.
But okay, so they run
So
straight
it
into
doesn't.
it.
It does, and it's all. It has yeah a kind of grit and earthiness that you'd associate more with war films, World War Two films, Vietnam War films, things like the big ones like Saving Private Ryan and then Platoon and Apocalypse Now. There is something, or even kind of you know gang on a mission films like The Dirty Dozen. There's something grubbier about it, and
Which I think
and
it
it works.
needs. Yeah.
Yeah, to a point. But I liked the fun and the color of The Force Awakens. It kind of swept me back up in Star Wars, and this didn't do that. It was good. It was good filmmaking. Gareth Edwards, the director, I've been a big fan of his for a while because he started out, he was a FX whiz kid. He made a film called a very low budget science fiction film called Monsters, which was essentially a road movie about a kind of couple, well, who end up being a couple
Mm.
across this quarantined area of South America, which is where this alien invasion had taken place. But in fact, even though you have these alien tripod-like creatures roaming the wastelands of this quarantine section of America, the story is all about the character interactions, and the monsters of the title is kind of ironic because the monsters are just a backdrop for the characters. So he's always been a good, and then he went on to do the 2014 version of Godzilla, which I'm still a big fan of, even though a lot of
I
people,
hated it.
there you go, a lot of people seem to have thought that.
It confused me. Were there like three Godzillas at one point?
No, there was one Godzilla and there were two Mutos,
Two Mutos. Okay, that's the way they went with it.
massively unidentified something something Mutos or whatever. But I really liked it. Again, tonally, it was very assured. It looked great. It had quite a Spielbergy touch to it. But this new one is still good, and it presents a world like a more morally compromised world, which is more interesting on a kind of character level because even though obviously you're backing the rebels, they haven't They're not free from blood on their hands. They are down and dirty, and they present the rebel side of things is this gender and racially diverse and eclectic mix of people, and that's never in it's just that's what the idea of the rebellion, the right side of the force is fighting. And you got bits and bobs. It all works out to this big, very impressive. The final third, like, is this extended siege of the beach on this island where they have to get obviously everyone knows the story. They're about getting the plans for the Death Star.
So it is about that. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Oh, it's all about that. It's all about it. Literally, unlike any Star Wars film, it leads on to A New Hope. Like directly, it ends and then New Hope begins.
Okay, cool.
So you do have. We know where it's going, but for the actual individual characters, which we haven't heard of before, you don't quite know. You can assume, and everyone did assume where it's going because it's kind of. I don't think it's spoiling anything too great to say. It's essentially the whole idea is it's kind of a suicide mission, but it's about getting the Death Star plans, and getting them to Leia, and then blah blah blah. All of the original trilogy is set up from there, but it is good and impressive, and the action scenes are gritty and powerful and intense on a moment to moment basis. But it didn't ever sweep me up in it. I was never blown away.
You weren't part of the.
No, it was. It's engaging, but it's just I don't know. There's all these ideas. It seems like people have been so quick to turn on The Force Awakens, and now everyone's going, well, obviously it's better than The Force Awakens. Like Force Awakens, this is like the new benchmark of not very good Star Wars films. And it's just not. I thought The Force Awakens was really, really great. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
That's the thing with me. I've never been a huge Star Wars fan, so they've always just been like, it's just another film to me. Like, okay, that happened. I'm not in love with it all, so I haven't been someone who's caught up with any of it and got swept away. So maybe I'll like this new one.
Yeah, I think probably you will. Then I think you will probably engage with it more so than you will of any of the others because it is stripped back. It doesn't rely on the kind of namby-pamby space fantasy nonsense of the other films, which I like as a fan. I'm into that. So for you, as a kind of standalone film, I think you'll quite enjoy it as just this, gang on a mission action film. I think you'll appreciate that.
Well, let's find out.
It's
right
good.
Now,
I
watch it right now, and you will all listen.
Well, that sounds tedious to the
Sounds
utmost.
exciting.
God, imagine that.
That won't happen, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Did you get up to anything else? What did you do after the film?
I met you, didn't I?
You did. We bumped into each other in the street of London.
Yeah, you don't even live in London anymore, and I bumped into you the street.
I was visiting the lady that I like.
Yeah, did she know?
Well, that was there. No, I was 5 paces behind, always.
Within the restrictions of the restraining order.
Yeah, it's very small restraining order. 5 paces.
Five paces. You can really work with that.
I can, and I do. But yeah, it was quite cool because I was walking down in the centre of Richmond, and there was Luigi with his luscious hair, glowing and flowing.
I was deep in thought. I was listening to Baroness very loud on my headphones, and I was having a great time. And then, no, this little face pops up. Didn't even know you were here.
Yeah, I'm here. It was like that. It was a shock one. But yeah, then we had some drinks, and it was good. It was the ladies met each other. They got on, I think.
The ladies.
They are ladies, aren't they?
They are, probably. I mean, I've never checked yours.
No, I've never checked yours, to be honest.
I've never had a probing.
No, let's keep it as it is.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't fancy
No.
probe?
No.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah, keep probes to yourself, my friend.
What else did you do while you were?
We went. What do I do? We went to a comedy show, the 99 Club, which is like this comedy thing. We've been to it a few times. It's on Mondays. We've been before on Mondays, and it's like downstairs in this gay bar, and it's really like close and tight, and it's really good. It's really good. But we went to it on a Saturday night where they have a bit bigger stars, and it's in like this.
Stars, you say?
You say stars? Well, they've been on the standard like Mocky Week and Apollo or whatever it is called, Comedy Apollo.
Oh yeah.
Thing, yes. But this one was like in the basement of a hotel, and it's like this weird function room that was like long and just weirdly shaped, and it is a strange situation. It was a lot of like work dues there, and then there's me and the lady in the middle of it all, and for some reason this one dude and his little group feel like they have to respond to everything the comedian says.
Oh, I hate those people.
So it's not. So it started with heckling, and then the comedian like sort of said like in a jokey way, "You're going to be the cock of the night." Quite obvious, and everyone's like, "Yeah, clearly they are." But no, the guy then just makes a noise every time the comedian says something, and it really pissed. So you got like the host, and then the first comedian's come on, who I can't remember his name. Sadly enough, he got angry, man, because this guy was a cock. This guy was a proper cock, and he ruined it for everyone. And he got kicked out, which is the best part of it.
Good.
They had like an early intermission, I think, and they kicked the guy out of the thing, and he was trying to defend his case, saying that he wasn't doing anything wrong, but he was, because he was a stupid man. Stupid man.
Sounds like a stupid man.
Do you know why do people feel like they have to make a noise or say something back whenever a comedian says something?
I don't know. It's fucking annoying.
Just listen.
It's like, yeah, you're not the one trying to make people laugh.
No,
they are.
No. So this guy gets kicked out, and then, of course, his whole group leaves because they get angry and they stand up for him, which everyone clapped about when they left. But then this other group felt like they needed to take his place.
Yeah.
And it was like they were all like beauticians, and they were just.
It's like you know what it's like. It's like a hydra of arseholes.
That's it. It is.
You cut one arsehole off, and two more arseholes grow.
And it was.
I don't know how you cut an arsehole off, but they found a way.
Oh my god! And you wouldn't believe they're like the lowest class of person, I think. Like, they all left school pretty early. They look like they left school pretty early.
Now you're bringing kind of social stature into it from how much education they completed. But sure.
Well, yeah, I struggled through it, but at least I kept with it. But no, these guys were even worse. They were even more stupid about replying to it. And at one point, the lady comedian from Australia actually said, "Well done, you repeated what I said." But no, it was quite a stressful situation. And I'm going back to Monday nights. That's the story. No more Saturday night comedy for me.
No.
Let's take it back to the gay bar, the basement in the gay bar, and on a Monday night. But hey, let me tell you, because the main guy, Nathan Coton, do you know him? Black guy, little dreads.
No.
Talks about being at home in his mum's house all the time.
No.
Anyway, fairly funny guy. But
cool.
Yeah, it was all ruined. The whole night was overshadowed by a few cocks that don't know how to watch a comedy show.
I love being overshadowed by cocks.
That's your dream situation.
Mm.
But that was my Saturday night. Other than that, I went to check out the new Apple store on the Regent Street. That's a bit of a waste of money.
Yeah, why is that? Because you used to work there, didn't you?
I used to work there, and it took them over a year to do this thing, and it's a bit ridiculous.
Go on.
So it was originally like 2 floors, and now it's like 1 and a bit floor with like the second floor at the very back. But they've got like this whole like lovely stonework. Like it's lovely, okay. And they've got these plants that they send these plants away on holiday every year so they can get some fresh sunlight.
Mm.
They do things like that, but it's all of course it's Apple, so it's all nicely done. But it's all a bit you could have done better. Mm-hmm. You expected greatness, and greatness did not come.
Did it not?
It didn't come at all, no. But what I did check out the new MacBook Pro and the touch bar. That touch bar above the keyboard, that's pretty slick.
What's that do?
It's like a...
I've got a MacBook Pro.
You can like use it for like shortcutting things.
Amazing.
It's like
finally,
instead of having to touch your screen, like it adjusts to which program's going on, and if someone calls, say, it'll pop up on the thing, and you can answer it there. It's quite nice, but I don't think it's integrated in all of the applications yet, so it's still a bit limited. But hey, it's a cool idea. They had to do something with the MacBook Pro.
Do you remember when you first told me you were going to work for Apple, and you said they had a really good kind of internal system, so you could work your way up?
Oh, yes.
Start as a specialist and work your way up. And I asked you, are you going to try and work your way up to the Steve job?
Yeah, you did say that, and it wasn't funny at the time.
How many times did I say that to people that we met around you?
Probably every person we were together with, which is probably 2 people.
I'm worried you don't get it. You know how Steve Jobs was the CEO
I fully get
Apple?
It. Yeah.
And you know how you had a job at Apple?
Yeah.
And you said you were going to work your way up, get better and better jobs.
Yeah.
I said you were going to work your way up to the Steve job.
Yeah, I get your joke.
Which would be like the top job, the Steve job.
It would be, yeah. But someone's got that job.
You understand? What, Steve?
Yeah, someone's got the Steve job.
Is he called Steve?
Nah, he's called Timothy.
Yeah?
Yeah, he cooks things. But
I'm lost.
Yeah, his name's Tim Cook, that's it.
Right.
It's not exciting. A bit like your joke, it's not exciting. Please don't do that, please.
It's not big, it's not clever.
Yeah, keep your shit self to yourself.
Oh, to my shelf?
Yeah, keep yourself on the shelf.
I'll put my shit self on the shelf.
That would be nice, thank you.
Very good. Anyway, sorry to cut you off. What were you talking about?
I have no idea anymore. I've lost my track.
I'll tell you what I've been watching, though. I've heard rumblings on the grapevine. I've heard good things about it for a while.
Rumble.
And I always saw the kind of style of it and was like, don't know. But I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in now, and I've been watching Rick and Morty. And it's...
Oh, is this cartoon thing?
Fucking brilliant.
I'm not sure.
Mate, I wasn't sure at all. I'd even seen clips from it and gone, not funny. Not funny at all. And yeah, I watched episode 4, and it is so good and so funny. And also, really good sci-fi in a way that I haven't seen since, Futurama, but perhaps even more so than Futurama. Futurama didn't get enough credit for not only being hilarious, brilliant, very, very funny, very immediate kind of social satire, but also kind of really out there science fiction on a consumable. In every episode they kind of tackled different heady themes and ideas from science fiction, from popular science fiction writing, and it was just a really smart show. And this is kind of doing that in a way, but with a little bit more edge, and a very offbeat sense of humor. It's on Adult Swim, so you can. They've always.
I've never liked that name.
Adult Swim.
It really annoys me.
I'm a big fan of the Eric Andre show. Didn't we?
He is funny. I do like that.
It's that kind of off-kilter humor that's not totally. It's not like they're jokes. They're just kind of off-kilter oddities that make me laugh, and it's got me now, and I dig it. But the kind of the dimensions and stuff they go to are kind of really fun, inventive ideas of science fiction, and I kind of like that. I've got a fondness for that, but it's also just really funny. You can't describe it. It's just once you get it, about an episode or 2 in, it's really funny. It's like, oh god, it's been hitting me in all the right spots, and I haven't enjoyed a comedy animated show since I watched Archer. I think this is my new Archer because it's really good.
See, I didn't like Archer either, so.
Oh, you're mental.
Oh, maybe I'm a bad man.
Archer's the funniest show ever.
Yeah, I don't know. What I have been watching. I did watch some things. I did the visuals on the screens.
Go.
I watched the live action Jungle Book.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It's not as good as Tarzan, because Tarzan was brilliant.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, whatever.
It really was brilliant.
You chat shit.
No, man, you still need to watch it. But
I don't.
It was all right. They don't have the whole sing along aspect, but they touch on the songs. It's more like natural. It's not a High School Musical.
Yeah, I get you. I hear you.
Get me? But yeah, it's there. It was a thing.
How did you watch
it?
Because I refused to watch that like on the internet, or I could have watched it on the plane coming back from Indonesia, but I've got to see that. I missed it in the cinema, but I've got to watch that at least on Blu-ray. Like I need to see that.
You know how I watch things.
I do, and it makes me feel sick and dirty.
And I don't. I'm happy with that situation.
Oh, you're scum. You make me sick.
But I took in all the information, so that's the main key point, isn't it?
Shit. No, it's not, because the information is visuals. It's sound and image.
Yeah, I saw all of that. I heard all of that.
Done right. You're not taking it all in, you sick bastard.
You should calm yourself. I've got a few other things I've been watching as well. I've been visually on it. So I started watching The Following with Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah, a few years behind that kind of. I always heard it's all a bit Channel 5, isn't it?
Well, I've only seen episode 1, and I was like, this is really good.
Yeah?
It's pretty gruesome, it's quite smart.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens. Obviously, there's 3 seasons, and I've watched 1 episode of season 1.
The setup is, go on, it's James Pufoy, the English guy. Weirdly, I was listening to a podcast last night from a couple of years ago when he was being interviewed on that TV show, just... weird that I was listening to that last night. And Kevin Bacon and James Pufoy, or whatever his name is a serial killer.
Yeah, correct? Really good one, as you can say.
Good one, yeah?
Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Well, no, he set things in position for him to not have to be there. Which I assume makes a smart serial killer.
I love it. I love it already.
But you... Like I said, I've only seen... So I've just dropped something on the floors. I've only seen 1 episode, so there's not much for me to say other than I'm looking forward to watching more. That's it. That's all I've got to say. I'm sorry.
I saw it. It was good.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I don't want to spoil anything of the first episode.
Oh, yeah. Heaven forbid you spoil the first episode.
Well, it might ruin people's lives. Okay, so Kevin Bacon's this old detective, all right. So he's been out of it. He's got a pacemaker because
I'm too old for shit. Yeah.
The baddie, the main. I'm going to call him a villain man. The villain man, who Kevin Bacon originally caught, or he sort of surrendered, was just escaped from prison. Okay, and he's coming to finish off his work. He's like a literary poety man, and he wants to finish his piece by killing the girl that Kevin stopped him from killing, which he inevitably succeeds in doing. At the end of the episode, he steals her eyes, and he hands himself back over to the police, and that's the first episode.
Why does he kill people? Is it just he did
It's like his story. It's his. I think he was like a literary professor at some university. And
they're doing the kind of Hannibal Lecter thing.
He got wrapped up. Yeah, he got wrapped up on the books, and he wanted to create his own book. And for him to finish his book, he needs to finish off the killing of this girl.
Right.
Yeah, but that's that. But I've also this Netflix thing. Netflix advertised it. I think it's one of the first times they've done it. The OA.
Oh yeah, I'm interested in this.
I watched it all last night and this morning.
Shit, how is it? I hear it's good.
It just keeps getting interesting. It doesn't
interesting.
Like, it's hard to say, but every episode sort of brings you in a bit more because you're like, but why is that? And why are they doing that? And there's a lot of like questions to ask, and it's just waiting to get the answers. And I'll say the ending isn't what you expect. That's all I can say. But it is brilliant. It really is brilliant. Because I've seen a few Netflix ones recently that have just sort of dropped on there, and it's Netflix original or whatever, and they haven't been great. They're just there just to fill space. And this one, it seems like they've actually there's some thought behind it all, and it's
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's interesting. I think I'm going to check that out over.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
Yeah.
But that's my visuals for the weekend.
Yeah, sounds quite loaded. That sounds pretty good.
What else did I do? I feel like I did something else.
Go on.
I didn't. I was wrong. I went to a gig back in the. I've already spoke about it, haven't I?
Yeah.
When I went to the gig and there was a lady and another man,
Ooh.
and it turned out that the man that was doing the singing and the guitaring was actually a lady, and she did a good job.
Yeah, good job.
But that was the thing.
That's almost a bit patronising.
What? That they were what?
That they did a good job.
Well, it's not my kind of music. I assume they did a good job.
What kind of music was it?
It was very loud and shouting.
Yeah, I like that.
And there's just two of them. It was very pure. I thought the instruments were pure.
Because Against Me have a transgender lead singer.
No, I think they were called Chambers.
Cool.
Might be a Nottingham local band.
Oh, that's my favourite subgenre.
Nottingham local band.
Yeah. You can find them on Spotify. Tell you what I've been listening to, and you should, because you might be interesting, is as we talked on the last one, Childish Gambino's new album.
Yes.
Very, very good. Very interesting.
I tried, and I never found the time to just listen.
Oh, it's good, man. It's really a lot of funk, a lot of soul, and a lot of disco influence. That's it. And the way he's manipulating his voice is really is a fantastically produced album. Got a lot of kind of sounds that kind of are callbacks and kind of retro, then a progressive and dynamic and mixing, in a really fluid and exciting way. No, you broke up.
We broke up together.
Okay.
But he's a fantastically clever man, though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I think my theory on it is it's him. It's all kind of an act in a way.
Yes,
he's doing it. Yeah, he's very meta. I think he's very postmodern in that he's doing it as a kind of work of interactive thematic art.
He's building up for a finale.
He's trying stuff. So he did his kind of rap stuff. He does his comedy, obviously, which is kind of what he's. But now he's doing this and he's kind of taken on a persona for it. I watched him perform one of the lead singles, Redbone, which is it's a corker. It's a really good song. You haven't really heard much like it in years and years and years and years. Really, really cool stuff. But he's performing it live and he's doing it topless with this kind of 70s porno tash. And he's taken on, he's wearing glittery tight trousers. He's taken on this image and this kind of persona. And it's quite fascinating. I think it's all, but then some of the songs are quite sincere. And he's talking about him and his, the relationship he has with his son and with the mother of his child and all this kind of stuff, and about how they met and where they're at now. And
are they together?
Well, I don't think so, because it's mate, it's really good. It's a really good album.
Really good.
That's,
have you seen him in Magic Mike 2?
No, I didn't know.
He's in there, and he's brilliant.
Oh. Yeah, well, he's always good. He's good in The Martian.
Yeah.
He's obviously great in Community until he decided to get on a boat.
I haven't seen that. Is he leave? Does he? Is that?
He leaves about halfway through the fifth series.
Is that when it got bad?
Kind of, but then it almost got a little bit good again, and then it got quite bad again.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But he's who does he play in Magic Mike?
He plays I can't remember if he's actually playing himself in a thing, but he's basically like this. It's hard to explain. What is he? He's a singer in this brothel for this and he's all sexy and he's dancing. He does a sexy dance and he does a song, and he's the showpiece of this brothel.
There is this disturbing part of me that does want to watch Magic Mike 2.
It's quite entertaining.
Yeah, I know, but the first one I found wasn't quite entertaining enough.
I might agree. Yeah.
I thought the first one was a little bit wanky, a little bit up itself. You know what I mean? It wasn't quite the film that Hendu thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because it was a bit more about his struggle and real
but
life
they didn't.
issues.
Did they pay attention to any of the storyline?
No, but I found I don't know. For me, it didn't quite give me enough of either. I wasn't quite compelled and interested enough by what I saw quite bland and flat characters.
Yeah.
And then there wasn't quite enough of the good bits in it were the kind of, that physical acting the comedy that came out of that. Like Matthew McConaughey's character in the first film was brilliant. This kind of guy who literally wears like a Star Spangled Banner as his hat, and he's basically this American, but then he's stripping, and they're going through their training routines and practicing his gyrations, and all that stuff is kind of perversely fascinating and bizarre and fun. I liked all that, and I don't think there was quite enough of that. But then the second film, to be honest, I saw it came out, I saw the trailers for it and stuff, and I was like, this seems more kind of like indulgent in that side of it, just the kind of road movie dude stripping for fun.
Well, that's it. I think they realised what exactly the film's selling point was, and they just went with it.
Yeah, and I might. Part of me might decide to watch that at some point.
Jump on the train. Hoot your own horn.
Yeah. I watched Magic Mike on my own as well, which was weird.
That is it? I feel like I did. So it's not weird.
Dirty bastard.
Perfectly normal.
So it's totally normal. Totally normal for straight men to watch Magic Mike on their own.
It's just a good, intelligent movie.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Some great acting in there.
Abting. Some great absing in there.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, this has gone dark.
So yeah, Donald Glover's moustache.
Yeah. No, but yeah, check out his. It's really good, man. I think you dig it.
Where does Childish Gambino come from? What's the name?
It's a name, isn't it?
But why?
Well, it's just a kind of pseudonym. It's like, where does
he's got a disc jockey name as well.
Well, where does
MC DJ?
Where does any of them come? It's just a handle,
Yeah, but it must come from something.
Well,
just go like, we'll call OK Squirrel. We'll call it OK Squirrel. No, man, there's some thought behind that name.
There's not, is there? Maybe he did it like us.
Yeah. Childish Gambino.
Yeah, it's weird, but
Where he saw like a child albino and sort of...
No, a Gambino is a thing, it's like...
I prefer the thought of a child Gambino... child albino. Running around him like a shark. Wanting its dinner. Give me my dinner, Donald. You gotta feed me. I need dinner. With his little red eyes looking up at him like a little mouse.
Anyway, listen to the album. It's good. Awaken My Love, it's called. You should check it out because it's well good, man.
I have been meaning to. Like I said, I've touched on it a few times, but I've never I've always been doing things to actually.
Like I said, I'd say what kind of got me into it is watch the video. It was on like Jimmy Fallon or something like that. One of those guys.
Yeah.
Type in Childish Gambino Redbone live. Redbone, one word.
Okay.
And you watch that, and you'll be. This is the one with him in his topless and in his tash, right. And you'll just be sold on it. It sells you.
I'm looking forward to being sold.
Yeah. It's literally the first thing, the second thing that comes up after you. The Tonight Show. It's on the Tonight Show, and yeah, it's bloody good, man. It's bloody good.
Bloody good
Stuff.
Bloody good.
Smart guy, cool guy.
Really smart and cool guy. I got a lot of respect for him. I do need to pay attention to more of his product.
Yeah, you douchebag.
Need to get involved a bit more.
I was right. It's Jimmy Fallon. Sorry.
Jimmy Fallon's an interesting guy.
Jimmy Fallon. No, he's not. Not even slightly.
No.
But Childish Gambino on Jimmy Fallon is good.
Makes Jimmy interesting. Yeah. I don't know. What have you got a Christmas party coming up? Is that a thing that you've got?
No.
No, aren't you? Don't you do a Christmas party with your people?
No.
Fair enough. That's that. I do. It's coming up.
Go on.
Should be fun. That's all I've got to say. It should be fun.
Who's that with? Your Sofa Sellers.
My Sofa Sellers.
Sofa Sellers. That's quite a good name. That's a good band name or a podcast
Well, yeah,
name.
we're trying to get ourselves known as the Sofa Sellers. But people think we are literally trying to sell them sofas instead of sell them great music.
What?
I'm a musician.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm part of the Sofa Sellers.
You couldn't be less of a musician.
Why? What do you mean by that, man?
I don't know. What's your writing process?
My writing process, I get a pen and a piece of paper, and I sit on the poo-poo, and I do the poo while I write the names of the songs.
God, this is holding on by a thread.
Man, it's the process of writing songs. But anyway, I'm not a sofa man. I'm a musician. It's my thing. I do a thing, and I'm magical.
Go on. So your Christmas party, what's that going to involve?
We're going to like a bistro live thing.
Right.
I've never been to one of these. Apparently, it's like where you eat and there's music playing and like people dance on the tables.
What?
Yeah, no, that's what my response was. What? So they like clear the tables of your food and then you all get on the tables and dance. And it's like an 80s, 90s night.
But dear Lord, why?
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah?
I like that music. So...
What kind of music is it?
80s, 90s, that's all I know.
Oh, that's fun. Obviously I like that.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Just getting drunk all over the shop. Or the bistro.
Yeah, that was going to happen.
That's the plan. And then I'll take my skirt off and then let people look at me. And I'll sell them for money.
Wow. We're like really kind of just freewheeling it today, aren't we?
That's what we're doing, it. We've got wheels and we roll.
You said it, sister.
Have you got anything coming up in this week? What's going on with you?
Oh, I'm going to be going to France, see the family for Christmas.
That's because you're part France, aren't you?
Part France, half France.
Give us a bit of OK Squirrel in French.
D'accord. That means okay. And then...
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. D'accord, Squirrel.
Yeah.
That's it. He's a real life Frenchman.
You happy with that one?
Not really, no. So you're going to France. How long are you going to France for, man?
Like 4 or 5 days, just for Christmas. You know how it is, mate. You know how it is.
Do you normally do that then?
No.
Oh.
Well, even though I was in France last year because of I was yawning.
Funny reason to go to France. Okay.
No, I was in the Alps last summer.
You were, yeah, I remember.
I did that. But yeah, so I'm now doing it with my dad and my sister.
You're wild man, Dad.
Wild man, yeah.
I like your dad. He's a proper man.
No, he's not.
I agree, he is.
He's a proper weirdo. He's a good lad. He's a good fun. Everyone always has good fun with him. You know.
Cool. So you're heading to France with him and your sister.
What are you doing for Christmas? What's your thing?
I'm just at home, man. I got a few friends coming up, so I might, for the first time ever, get drunk on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I've never really done that. My friend's birthday, one of my best friend's birthdays on Christmas Eve, and I've never, ever, I've never gone out for him. I've decided not to because it's like, I don't know.
It's a weird idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I might, depending on how what the plan is, it'll either be then or we'll just see each other on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because I don't care for watching films on Christmas Day with the family.
That's what I'm all about.
Oh, I just fall asleep when I watch films with people, so
What?
it's boring. It's like my thing. I just pass out.
Mental.
I can't help it, man. It just does it. My brain just shuts off. So I think I might go and see the people that don't live here normally.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, that's it really. Go for a cycle, have a play.
On Christmas Day?
Not on Christmas Day. I might do that before. But the area, the time.
Crazy, man. I don't agree with what you're saying.
I'm sorry, but times are changing, man.
I don't know if I'm alright with that.
You got to just embrace it. Bob said so. Bob.
Who's that?
Dillian.
Bob Dylan. Times they are changing. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't pick up on that quicker.
I don't know. That's
they are.
First time I'll ever be able to do something as cool as that.
As Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
You're doing something as cool as Bob Dylan?
Right now, yeah.
What's that?
Being vocal.
You're on a mad one, aren't you?
No.
Right, this is... What would you like to say to us?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Say to you?
Yeah. What would you like to say on this rambling, seemingly incoherent podcast that we have today?
I don't think I've got anything to say.
Should we say about what we're going to be doing next? The last part before the end of the year.
Our last part of the review series.
Yeah. We're going to be looking at the year in a whole on a kind of socio-political level, but it won't get too grim and sad, hopefully, because there'll still be levity added by the dulcet tones of Kieran Webber returning for the final part of the review of the year. And then we'll do a what's to look forward to in 2017. I've already started compiling my list.
You've got your list.
Oh yeah, there's some good things happening next year.
I need
on
to
the music, film, and games front, man. There's some good.
There is some big games, some big films coming out.
Some big albums, man. Mastodon are releasing their new album, and I am.
I feel like Mastodon's from like that Sharknado film.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, Mastodon's an extinct prehistoric animal, I think.
Which is I believe,
similar kind of thing. Yeah,
a giant shark thing.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm right. I'm totally right. Okay, so there's a lot of music. I need to get up and dated. That's a real word. With the music. Up and dated.
You're not going to, are you?
Yes.
Nah.
I'll make it my life's mission to get up and dated with all the music.
Nah, you won't. They will you.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll test myself in the next episode.
Yeah. Shall I start setting you homework?
We can do.
You got to listen to this. Yeah, I set you homework, and it was to watch
Trainspotting.
Fucking Trainspotting. You haven't managed that, you gimp.
Yeah, it's a shit film.
Ah, you make me sick.
It's just full of dirty people.
Oh, you make me sick.
It'd be alright if they like washed a lot and it was set in like California.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. That sounds exactly what I want.
It sounds like my kind of film.
What? Just highly clean people.
Yeah, just beautifulness happening. Great lighting.
You make me sick.
I apologise for you being sick over your crotch. Yes. Should we wrap it up?
Wrap it up. I've got places to do, people to see.
Yeah, I've also got to do someone. I mean, hang out by myself.
You got the day off then, have you?
I am. I'm back. I'm in tomorrow. My holiday period ends today.
Yeah.
And I'm looking.
How was it?
Not forward to it. It was good. I saw you and your long locks.
I did see you, yeah.
And that was exciting. That was an added little cherry to the cake that I ate.
There was a cake that was being ate.
It was, and you were a cherry. But yeah, man. It's been a good week. We're looking forward to the week ahead with the Christmas in. And, of course, the review episode.
Yeah, that's the next one to look out for then.
But yeah, until then.
We have been OK Squirrel.
The OK Squirrels.
Oh.
Perfectly timed. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.